This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. It doesn't take somebody who is overly familiar with this stuff to know that the band Slipknot is as satanic as it gets. They might be just as satanic, if not more disgusting and disturbing than the scum of the earth himself, Marilyn Manson. Now, YouTube has decided to put a video by Slipknot in the YouTube trending section, and it's for a reason. Because the video itself is about a satanic baptism. So why else would it be in the YouTube trending section? I mean, Slipknot has been around for decades now. And they will openly tell you that they're Satanists. I mean, it's not hard to figure out. So I just wanted to show you clips from this video. Why it's trending? Why? Because the satanic baptism is what's to come. Why else would YouTube put it in the trending section? It's a video filled with people getting blood dumped on them. Yet they're sitting around saying what is disturbing content and what is not disturbing content on YouTube and what should be pulled and what shouldn't be pulled. But a bunch of people, a bunch of freaks getting blood dumped on them, that's normal. That's okay. That's not gory. That's not disgusting because this is them doing what they're preparing everybody for. And that's why you see all these videos trending deliberately on YouTube, from blood baptisms to ritual magic. All of it. It's always trending in the YouTube section or something that might be making fun of conspiracy theorists, right? Some Stephen Colbert video or something where they're mocking us, putting tinfoil hats on. All this stuff is just going on right in front of everyone's faces. Just people are choosing not to see it. So in this video, I just want to show you they even have, they're wearing, skull masks. They show the giant skull in the beginning, obviously just reference Skull and Bones. I mean, these people are just unbelievable. But you see this one guy. He's laying on the floor. He's covered in what appears to be blood, not his own blood, bathed in blood. And they deliberately make what he's wearing, the thing on his head, look like the Baphomet. You can see how it's, the horns on the sides. It's just deliberately done. You see how it's pulled like that to make him look like the Baphomet? I mean, how obvious can it get? And you see all of these people wearing white, right? And they have these red faces of skulls painted on them. And these people in black, these demonic forces, enter the room, right? You can see them all walking in front of them, almost like, this is supposed to be some type of prison scene, prison reenactment. They're in white, the demons are in black. So they're going to baptize the people in white, which represents, good, and black represents evil. The black and white duality, of course, we see, which they're obsessed with, the Masonic black and white duality. And these demonic entities in these black, cloaks, right? And how often, everyone's just always wearing these druid cloaks these days, right? I mean, where are they shopping? Bed Bath & Beyond? I mean, it's beyond me how many times we need to see these people wearing these cloaks, which, are obviously associated with black magic and Satanism and, hiding of their faces. But nonetheless, all these people are in the room now, and as these demons walk around the room, they start bowing down to them. They start bowing down to the power of these demonic forces, and then these demonic forces end up above them, on the sidewalks, or whatever you want to call them, the railings above them as they peer down. All of these people are just raising their hands up, waiting to be baptized in blood, which is the satanic baptism. You can see them hosing everybody down with blood. Everybody's got their hands up. They're loving it. They're cheering. They're holding their fists up. They've got no problem with it. They think it's the greatest thing. And then they, of course, exit. And now they've been reborn in Satanism. And now they're ready to rebel, right? They're ready to rise. As they, somebody blows up a bus at the end of the video. And you see the guy who was once laying in the blood now rise up and feel empowered. So they're showing you this blood ritual, right? And people go, well, what do you mean about, a blood ritual? Well, everybody knows that Christians are baptized in water, okay? And they use the bathtub in these music videos to show the re-baptism, the new baptism that's to come. But all Satanists, when they're baptized in Satanism, are baptized in blood. A lot of the times it's pig's blood. You'll see a lot of musicians at concerts do this. At the, not musicians like U2 or something that's supposed to be cookie cutter, even though these people are all Satanists. But a lot of these, dark gothic rock bands, they'll actually baptize their audience in blood. And the audience just thinks it's part of the show, and they love it, and they're actually a part of a satanic ritual, and they're clueless to it, as most people are in today's world, just completely oblivious and completely clueless to it. But In Satanism, when you are, when you denounce, you have to denounce Jesus Christ and accept Satan. And one of the rituals at the end of all of this stuff, after they perform these rituals, which includes breaking the 10 Commandments, which includes taking a wheel and breaking it down to make it look like the peace sign, which to them is denouncing Jesus Christ hanging on the cross, inverted with his arms. I mean, it's the sickest stuff. Their obsession and hatred for Jesus Christ is unbelievable. How sick these people are. They read the Bible backwards. They believe that God is evil and the devil is good because God had rules and things like that, and we're not supposed to have any rules, except for rules that contain us revealing them. Those are really the only laws that are set up to keep these people protected, and that's why these people roam free, and all these child molesters roam free, because they're all Satanists. They're all using children for black mass rituals, which all goes back to Baal worship in the Bible, right? So one of the things is that during the initiation, it ends with is a blood baptism. And that's why I've said a million times, you'll see in these videos like Eminem laying in the bathtub full of blood. You'll see Joji laying in a bathtub full of blood. You'll see Machine Gun Kelly laying in a bathtub full of blood. You'll see fake people who are supposed to be part of the alt-right, like, Milo, doing bloodbath rituals, and people think it's normal. They're like, oh, yeah, this is just cool. This is a cool photo shoot. They have no idea about this stuff because it's because they don't want to believe it, because it's too scary for them to believe that this is really going on. And bands like Slipknot have been around indoctrinating people for a very long time. They have a very sick fan base. You'll see the comments that they write below, Hail Satan, never clicked faster. They have a fan base that worships. These are people who openly admit to being Satanists. All they do in their music videos is show you this satanic, gory crap. And, their lyrics praise the devil, right? They have songs that praise Satan all the time. I mean, all one has to do is look up Slipknot and look up some of their songs. They have a song called The Devil in I, right? Slipknot, The Devil in I. I mean, I'll look up the lyrics right now while I'm recording this, right? And I haven't even gone through the lyrics of it in the past, but it says, step inside, see the devil in I. Too many times we've let it come to this. Step inside, see the devil in I. It just talks about devil worship, Satanism, all this type of stuff. And, all these videos, really, even when it comes to videos like musicians like Taylor Swift, they're referencing God and the devil. They're referencing coming out of, her song Coming Out of the Woods is about witches coming out of the woods, coming into the light, which is those things that are done in darkness are going to come to light. Okay? So these musicians are not only indoctrinating their audience with this stuff, they're trying to make it look cool, and they're trying to make people desensitized to this kind of stuff. I mean, if you showed somebody 100 years ago people taking baths in blood and having blood dumped on them, people would go absolutely ape blank. I mean, they would go nuts. They'd arrest these people. They would be sick. They'd be disgusted by it. Now this is the norm in society. People are like, oh, that's so cool, getting dumped with blood, right? Why do you think they do that? And they make it look cool in these movies and these music videos. Because this is what Satanists do. This is part of their satanic baptism. And that includes, cannibalism, right? Making cannibalism look cool. Making, shows like Santa Clarita Diet, and then telling you if you bathe in blood, it helps, the anti-aging process. You have people like Kim Kardashian with the anti-aging blood baths and the blood facials that they do, the vampire facials, right? From vampires biting people and drinking blood. All this stuff is made to look cool, right? The characters in the vampire movies are protagonists, not antagonists, which means they're the good guy, right? Who's always the bad guy in movies and stuff now, or the dorks and the nerds? The Christians are. This is how they're getting these generations to turn on God and to, without even really willingly knowing, they're accepting Satan. But they're being told, well, Satan's not real, it's a metaphor and things like that. And people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. And then eventually they're going to find all this stuff out, and they're going to realize that that they're damned at that point. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they figure it out before then. Hopefully channels like this help them figure this stuff out. And the same goes with what I've said about children. The core of Satanism revolves around children. And it's not just pedophilia acts. These abortions and these abortion clinics, the children are needed for the ritual offerings of Satan, for the sacrifices. Right? And then how they're going to normalize, they've already normalized abortion. They've made it seem like, oh, it's not a big deal that the baby's not alive. And the next thing that they're doing is they're making people think that kids are adults, that kids, in these TV shows know more than the adults. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? All these types of shows to get people to slowly, without realizing it, be desensitized to the age restrictions and all of these things. So I went on a little bit of a rant off topic about Slipknot because there's not much to say. I mean, the whole video revolves around a satanic baptism. People are just, waiting for these dark forces to bathe them and baptize them in the blood. And there's a reason that it's trending. After 20-something years, now Slipknot is a trending video. This is, underground kind of gory band. I know they have a big following. They're not like a small type of band. They have a pretty big following because they've been around for a really long time. 4 million YouTube subscribers. And, they're always, kind of, they're not like something that would be pushed in the mainstream because they're too edgy. You know what I mean? But now with the way things are going in society, they can start putting them into the mainstream and showing them in the mainstream. And their music videos are pretty much all the same. They're always, druids in cloaks, pentagram, satanic crap. And, this one here, they want to show you this satanic baptism for a reason. Continuing to desensitize people and prepare them. So just another disgusting video that YouTube will promote, yet they'll take away free speech from anyone out there that speaks against the narrative. Pretty ridiculous, right? I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.